Why is the joule the unit for heat in thermodynamics? Imagine trying to measure how much energy moves around when something gets hot. You might think of calories or even calories burned during exercise. But in science, we use a different unit to keep everything consistent. That unit is called the joule. Now, you might wonder, why is the joule the go-to for measuring heat? Well, let's find out. Heat is a form of energy transfer. When you heat water on a stove, energy flows from the burner to the water. This transfer of energy is what we call heat. In thermodynamics, heat is not a thing you hold in your hand. It is the energy moving between objects because of a temperature difference. The key here is that heat is energy in transit. The first law of thermodynamics helps us understand this better. It says that the change in a system's internal energy equals the heat added minus the work done by the system. So, heat and work are two ways energy can move into or out of a system. Because of this, scientists needed a standard way to measure energy, whether it is heat, work, or internal energy. That's where the joule comes in. The joule is defined as the amount of energy transferred when a force of 1 Newton moves an object 1 meter in the same direction as the force. It is a precise and universal measure of energy. This makes it perfect for measuring heat because heat involves energy transfer, and we want a clear, consistent way to quantify that. The name joule honors James Prescott Joule, a scientist who studied how heat and mechanical work are related. His experiments showed that heat and work are interchangeable forms of energy transfer. This discovery helped shape the first law of thermodynamics. Using the joule as the unit for heat reflects this fundamental link. In real life, using the joule makes calculations easier. Whether you are heating food, powering engines, or conducting chemical reactions, measuring heat in joules helps you understand how much energy is involved. For example, when you cook, heat flows from the stove to the food. The amount of heat transferred is measured in joules. This standard helps engineers and scientists design better systems and improve energy efficiency. So, the reason the joule is the unit for heat in thermodynamics is simple but important. Heat is energy moving from one place to another, and the joule is the standard unit for measuring energy. This connection allows us to apply the principles of energy conservation and the first law of thermodynamics across all areas of science and engineering.